to give Dante his thing. So I'm gonna start off with the first topic. Dante, we could talk about here and talk about Ben Johnson, Ryan Poles all day. The one thing that kind of went under the radar, and I think we saw more and more over the last couple of days, a lot of former players have been saying it. Caleb made some nice strides from what you can take from a 30-point blowout on Sunday. Tell me what you saw, Dante, that was encouraging to you, and what did you like from his growth in this game compared to last week?
Like I said on our preview, outside of the interception, which was he was clearly trying to throw the ball away, he just didn't get it over to the sidelines. There was something where you saw him going through his progressions. He was very decisive. It wasn't a lot of patting the ball. It wasn't a lot of trying to play the hero, even when you were down by as many points as you were down. And so it was a situation where when your defense gives up 52 points, the way, like Courtney said, when people just started to dump truck on him and blame him, the reality was, if you watch that game without just the Caleb agenda that so many people have, where they just want him to fail, that's how I feel about it. Like, don't get me wrong, he was heralded as this can't miss prospect, which that was clearly incorrect. We've been through this song and dance time and time again. We've seen it with guys who we expect them to come in and just set the league on fire. That's just not how the NFL typically works. But from what you saw on Sunday, there was no reason to believe that he shouldn't have a great game this Sunday against a terrible Cowboys defense, a defense that's Russell Wilson I can't even say he looked like old Russell Wilson, because Russell Wilson was never really one to go put up 360 yards passing in a game and 4 touchdowns, So for me, it was just more so, again, him being comfortable in the offense, dealing with, there was a lot of 1st and 15, 1st and 25, like just BS penalties that they were getting, and he was still able to drive them down the field when he could. So for me, it's just more so letting the kid get comfortable in the offense. I know it's year 2, but it's still his first year with Ben Johnson, first year with this team. With this scheme. So I liked what I saw, despite them getting their ass kicked. It was more so Caleb could have laid down just like the defense did, but he didn't. He stayed out there. He kept trying to make plays, and I think that's positive going forward.
Yeah, now that's the 1st and 15 versus in 20s, whatever. That's a good point. Hood, I know Courtney Cronin brought that up on you guys' show this morning. Now, one thing I love about you guys' show is when Cat gets too excited about things, you go, all right, let's relax. Like, it's we getting happy about small things right now. So are we doing too much with the Caleb growth thing? Like, what did it look like in your eyes that we saw Sunday? I know it was a blowout, so I don't want to be taking too much from it, but also want to give him credit.
I just think that you always take a measured approach with young players. I just think that in his second year, what Caleb looked like in Game 2 against Detroit, it didn't look like Justin Fields in Game 2. It didn't look like J.J. McCarthy in Game 2. It was a guy that was steady in the pocket, that he was able to connect to his receivers. He and Roma Dunze, he's gonna make Roma Dunze a lot of money. I'm gonna tell you that right now, because he right now is wide receiver number 1, and DJ Moore might as well start packing his bags, because next year he's not gonna be here.
I had another Patreon comment about Rome, but I can't see it. I can't wait to go Patreon next month. It's wild. It's wild. I ain't gonna lie. It's a wild comment. Go.
Let's keep it to football, man. Keep your
my mind, man. It just be going places. Go ahead.
Anyway, don't you want a nice clean soundbite from me? Bang! He doesn't understand the business.
I do.
Don't you want a good clean soundbite? I'm trying to give you.
And that's why I didn't say it. That's why I didn't say it.
This guy here, man, this Scott, man. I'm telling you, man. He gets LinkedIn, and now he got this big ass head. Yeah, I mean, now he thinks he's big shit. Now he got LinkedIn. But I will just tell you. And by the way, they go to your LinkedIn and be like, "Oh, who's this Irishman? Scott Lewis." like this, who's this Irishman with this bar stool? I gotta check this out. This whole thing. Anyway,
it's a very Irish name, Scott.
It is. It's like,
I never actually thought about that until right now.
He fools him in interviews. Yeah,
exactly. It's a non-ethnic name. You know what I'm saying? So when people look at job applications, like, I could hire this guy. So that shout out to my moms.
And anyway, Irish Scott, what I was saying about the Bears is that you have to know that when I look at, when you look at Caleb Williams, Tay's right. You saw the incremental progress from Caleb Williams. Think about last year. Tay, what did that look like? You see, he was underthrowing receivers or trying to run out of the pocket all the time. He's actually got more peace with his feet now, that he could be able to still settle in the pocket, get it to Zacchaeus, to get it to Adunze, to get it to DJ Moore. So yeah, it's progress. But here's the thing: when the defense is so bad, I don't see Caleb Williams scoring like 4 or 5 touchdowns to try to keep the defense honest. Like he gonna do what he's gonna do, but the defense has got to help him out too. So everything's all a balance with this football team. Caleb's getting better, but the defense also has got to do their job too.
Courtney, you said this morning that you tired of people not giving Caleb a chance, which is something that Dan Orlovsky was saying on multiple programs. And Dan Orlovsky saying this.
It's not just even Caleb specific, Scott. Like, it's about this idea that a rookie quarterback, or in this case, a sophomore year quarterback, is supposed to come in and just absolve the organization of any responsibilities. Like, oh, he's going to come in and save us now. That's so incredibly unrealistic. And not as it unrealistic, it's unfair. Again, I know life is not fair, but I just think that that's a really difficult position to put even a generational talent like Caleb, right? Again, I put air quotes around it because that's what the streets are saying. I can't necessarily say that I believe that, but that's what was promised about Caleb Williams. So yeah, I just think it's incredibly unfair. And again, he doesn't like construct the roster. That's above him. He can only play the cards that are dealt to him. So yeah, I feel like it's unfair for Caleb to constantly be in the position where he has to defend himself, not even a full calendar year, it feels like, into his career.
Yeah, I agree with that. Real quick before I go to Bang, question is, are the pre-snap penalties on coach or the QB? I think it's on the coaching. I think it's on the QB. I think it's on the O-line. I think that they do need to get a better job of getting those plays in way quicker. Because when I was at the game on Sunday, granted, it is very loud in Ford Field. To me, it's one of the most underrated atmospheres in the NFL. It felt like an NBA arena in there because the way that they got the press box, there's no screen blocking us from the crowd. So it feels like you in it. So it's very loud. But they were getting in to play with like 12 seconds left on the clock. So I do think it's a collective thing. But they were also doing this in camp when there was no loud stuff. So that's, I tweeted that in mid-July, and oh my God, Bears fans called me everything under the sun. Somebody told me, when did you become offensive line coach? I got to be offensive line coach to know that, hey, false starts from your backup center to your starting center is not good. So that's just something I've seen right there that I think it's everybody. Wasn't as bad as it was week one, but it was still better. It
was bad in camp, bad in preseason, bad at the crib. You at home where the crowd is quiet at Soldier Field. And so when I talked to former offensive linemen about this, right, so I asked them, I said, like, how long does it take for an offensive line to gel? And some guys said it could be all year. It could be like a few games. But when you false start, that means that the rhythm and the timing is off. So that's not a coaching thing because, as you well know, Scott, because you've been in camp, they've been kicking their ass all training camp to try to get this right. This is why they was kicking guys out and were like, all right, Benedict, get in there. Like, all right, Trapillo, get in there. They were changing it because, guys like Wright on the right side or what's happened with Braxton Jones, those guys would jump. And so that's just got to be a rhythm timing thing from them.
I have a question. At what point do you I know there were some injuries and stuff maybe that wouldn't have allowed it, but at what point when that continues to happen, do you go sit down, bring somebody else in?
And see, that's also what Cap brought up on the show this morning. He was asking Courtney Cronin
I did not listen.
No, it ain't you. It's all good. No, I was bringing a backup to your point. Is what I'm saying is like, but also you got to look at the depth of this team, which goes back to Ryan Poles. You got dudes who he drives through not even dressing. So it's like, no, I definitely don't have faith in the backups. If you got a deep team, you can pull it because you got somebody on the bench who's capable of do that. But you got all these draft picks. All right, Scott, can't say that. You got all these draft picks of these people that Ryan Poles drafted. I'm working in real time.
Boy, this fucking show has changed. What happened? What happened to this show?
We had a very good meeting before the show.
My God,
my boy.
Great meeting.
we had a great meeting before the show.
I come here for the soul food, not for the potato salad. What the fuck happened?
And that was my point in the meeting, but I digress.
No, we said excessive. We didn't say don't say. We said excessive.
This show,
Anyway.
my God.
Because I've
My
almost
point.
cussed a couple of times, and it would have been excessive.
Exactly. We gonna call this episode the N-word dilemma. That's what we gonna call this episode. He said Scott is on his Josh Allen arc right now. So basically, man, Ryan Poles be drafting all these dudes who can't play. He's not playing instruction. I'm trying. And that's why it's so thin that if you got somebody who gets hurt or not playing well, you can't threaten with bringing them on. So that's the issue that we got right there, where you can't just say if you are bangers left, so you had to turn the camera on. That's hilarious.
I'm just cleaning up your show since you still. We got a new sponsor here, by the way, on Barber Care, brought to you by Ajax. Yes,
brought
Ajax.
to you by Ajax. Yes.
You want to clean up your show? Ajax. My God.
Hey man, I'm trying, brother. I'm trying. Let's go to the actual game.
Did the government come after you, Scott? What happened?
No, the government did not come after me.
Okay, all right.
Bang did.
Yeah, Bang did. Yeah, Bang did. Not that the Cheeto in chief did not say anything.
See what happens when you keep the suits around?
Yeah, exactly, Gordon. You see what happens when you keep the suits around? Exactly.
Regulated by the FCC, I guess.
Opinions on bringing in Isaiah Benedict fails. Like I just said, these guys ain't even suiting up. Right. He said, as a Bears fan, never ever say how much worse could it be. It can always get worse. Never say can it get worse.
Don't say can it get worse, and it's week 3.
Yes.
With the Dallas Cowboys coming into time and Tom Brady on the call. Like, it can get worse.
When Dakota looking like 92 Aikman, you will see how worse it can get. So, but Bang.
Scott, just real quick, Scott, from your reporting, do you know if Trapillo will be active? Looks like he might be. What have you heard?
I haven't heard anything today. All they had was an injury report because we didn't even know he wasn't going to be dressed last week. That was just something before the game started. So I would think he's going to be available, but I never really know at this team anymore. I never really know. Maybe Kyron Amagaji wasn't dressed last week because he had an injury that nobody knew about because he's been ruled out for this week with an injury. So I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It said Ben made it sound like Braxton on notice today. Right going left, Ozzy start. He did kind of say that, but Ben also said he was going to get Monangai more carries last week, and he got like 7. So until Ben actually does it, it doesn't really matter to me. So catch I'm Not Gonna Hold You, hosted by Scott Lewis, every Monday and Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific, only on HNB Media and the Barber's Chair Network.